Welcome, Gemini. This is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment Tarot here to do your October monthly reading. What critical messages, what pivotal things that you need to hear. This is not going to resonate with every Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but if it does, claim it. If it doesn't, chuck it in the bucket. I am a Virgo Sun, Libra Rising, and Aries Moon. I have to check out each reading to see what better resonates with me. Sometimes it's bits and pieces, but if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Please check your natal placements and see what better resonates with you, okay? Again, this is for your October critical messages from Divine Spirit and Guides, what will help you transverse through the month. If it's not something that resonates, then don't claim it. It is a specific Gemini's story or some Gemini story that they need to hear for their higher good, okay? Again, thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes. I do appreciate everything that you do to support my channel, whether you're a subscriber, someone that just transverses through, that just is watching on the side, cross watchers. Welcome to watching Gemini and your story possibly play out. We're going to get the energy started. I'm going to go ahead and use the frequency bowl to clear the energies within myself in the room. Already saged the decks, already crystal charged the decks. Let's get this party started. Here we go. Divine Spirit and Guides, please bless the universe with happiness for all universal beings, because we know happiness begets happiness and misery loves company, and we want everyone to have happiness. Thank you. All right, so Gemini, it's been a minute since I've read your readings, but I have been out of pocket. I have been going through a new schedule change at work, as well as a little bit of, cough, allergies, things like that. So I've been out of it for, I did do a September monthly, but, I didn't do as many readings weekly as I like to do, but I'm back, all right? So let's get this going here. I will be doing a free subscriber this Saturday live for all my subscribers. If you are a subscriber, subscribe to my channel, you can show up. I will put it on the community page at the time, Mountain Daylight Time, that I will be having that free live subscriber free question Q&A only. First come, first serve. Check my community page if you're interested, okay? So here we go. The Major Arcana. This is a deck of 22 without the Twin Flame Journey in it. Sorry. All right, so what is it that my Gemini needs to hear? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the messages that you need to hear for the month of October? It's all about the Hierophant. So if you are dealing with a Taurus or you have Taurus energy or placements in your chart, this is about bringing it back to the basics, unless you're dealing with a Taurus. Maybe things are getting a little bit charged in a relationship, spiritual evolution, or a path that you're trying to do, or something that you're trying to accomplish in October. Bring it back. I keep hearing the spirits keep saying, bring it back to the basics. So if you're being overwhelmed in a relationship or something like that, you're trying to bring it back to the traditional way of doing things, the traditional way that you used to be. Handling things, things are getting chaotic. Bring it back to the basics is what I'm hearing, unless you're dealing with the Taurus, okay? The reason why is you're going to need the Strength card, unless you're dealing with the Leo in the month of October. Gemini, you will need the Strength to get through it, and sometimes when you're overwhelmed, take a deep breath, bring it back down to ABC. Bring it back down to the basics, where you can control the situation, you control the pace of a relationship or a career or a spiritual evolution, okay, is what I'm hearing. The next thing I have is Justice is going to be in your favor unless you're dealing with the Libra. So whatever it is you're going through, it's going to end up in your favor in October. It's just going to take a different strategy. It may be not overthinking something. It may be maybe you have a Taurus, Libra, or a Leo assisting you. If it's none of those signs that pertain to you or resonate with you, it is just what the message is. When you're overwhelmed in a situation, relationship, spiritual evolution, finance, whatever it is to you and however it resonates with you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, take it back to the basics, take a deep breath, do it the traditional way that you used to when you used to be able to accomplish whatever it is you needed to accomplish. You may need a little bit of strength, determination, and discipline, but it will end up in your favor in the end, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side so that I can go ahead and get your reading. All right, so let's use the runic. It's going to be a new tarot deck for me. So if I pause a minute just to look at the card, it is just because I'm looking at the card, okay? All right, so I hear 4 shuffles are in order here. So 4 shuffles for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome, Gemini. I missed you guys. I have been out for, well, I did September's, but I usually do weeklies, but I had a schedule change at work, as well as been a little under the weather. Don't want to bring those energies into a reading. So definitely thank you for your patience. And I do appreciate each and every one of you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. All right. One more shuffle. And this is a new deck, so it's kind of crispy here. All right. Divine Spirit and Guides, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do they need to hear for their higher good for October? Divine Spirit and Guides, please give me the messages Gemini most needs to hear for their messages for the month of October. What is going to help them with their energies or transverse the energies of October? What is the most important message, critical messages that they need to hear for their higher good? Divine Spirit and Guides, please give me the messages my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses need to hear for their higher good. Please keep giving us the messages that Divine Spirit and Guides wants Gemini to know. Looks like we might have it. Nope. A couple more cards. All right, Divine Spirit and Guides, please give me the messages Gemini most needs to hear. Okay, that one flew over the cuckoo's nest. So, let's get it. All right, I think we have enough. Make sure there's no other flippers. Okay, so Gemini, Spirit is really speaking to you today, flying all the way across the floor. All right, so King of Swords, cut out things that no longer serve you. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody's assisting you. That's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This could just be you. This is your element. Okay, you and your element. Cutting out toxic person, places, and things is what I'm hearing intuitively, okay? Something you're trying to change in your life. Something that you're trying to evolve. Your career, your relationship. There's some kind of change that you want to bring about, and you know intuitively, Gemini, that means that you have to cut out person, places, or things, whatever is keeping you trapped and unable to evolve or ascend to a higher vibrational level, frequency, whatever it is that you're trying to bring about. There's some kind of change that you are going to need the strength and determination. Something that you're overthinking, Gemini, is intuitively what I'm hearing, unless you're dealing with a Taurus. You need to bring it back to the basics. It's not as hard as you think to make the change that's going to end up in your favor. It's just, don't overthink it. Use your sword. You're in your element of factual, logical, what really serves you in your higher good. Cut out what doesn't, what's keeping you stuck and trapped is what I'm hearing. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that what Divine Spirit and Guides is telling me and the universe is telling me is you're making it harder than it has to be. I know that sometimes we think that when we want to make a change in our life, circumstances, romance, career, whatever, that we have to plan. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about just cutting what's keeping us stuck, person, places, or things, toxic situations, toxic people, toxic places, and just making the cut. That's what I'm hearing, okay? And just being strong enough with the strength card to do it. So I'll get back to the cards, okay? All right, because there's a new universal divine beginning that's being gifted to you, okay? So the universe is saying that you need to cut out with facts and logic whatever is holding you back from this new promising beginning that's going to lead to long-term stability, promise, and abundance, okay? Whether it's career, love, spiritual evolution, higher frequency, whatever it means to you, okay, Gemini? But there is a new beginning trying to come in. Are you going to cut out whatever it is holding you back? Take it back to the basics if you need to. Start over, whatever it is that is asking you to do. Do you have the strength and determination to get that justice, to get what you deserve, okay? Because I have the Hangman in reverse. The Hangman could be that you're dealing with the Pisces. If you're not dealing with the Pisces, what that means is that you're taking time out for a different perspective. But Divine Spirit and Universe is saying you don't need a timeout anymore. You're over the timeout. You know what you need to do. You need to swing that sword, cut out what's holding you back, keeping you trapped, keeping you stuck. Do what you need to do because the time is now. You've gotten your enlightenment. You know what to do. Take it back to the basics. Be strong about it and just deliver. Okay? Deliver the justice that you deserve. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? And Gemini, I hear that there is an offer of emotional fulfillment that when you do this, when you step out of the timeout, when you finally seize the moment to start swinging that sword, to severing ties with toxic people, person, places, and things, that the offer will come in. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The offer is going to come in as soon as you make the determination to cut whatever's holding you back by bringing it back to the basics. It's not It's not as hard as you think is what Spirit's telling me. It's saying that it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. The hardest part of making change or doing change or evoluting or ascending is the letting go. Can I do it? You know, the fear base keeps us trapped, okay? Fear keeps us stuck in a relationship. Fear keeps us stuck in that career that we hate. Fear keeps us held back from our spiritual evolution. Once you set yourself free from that fear, whenever you cut yourself off from that toxic tap, you know, you turn that tap off, that's when things are going to start popping in for you, okay? Because I have the World card. It's time to bring about that ending. The World card is the last card in the tarot deck, speaking to you've done what you can in that relationship. You've done what you can in that career. You've done everything that you could on that vibrational frequency level that you're on. It's time to ascend. It's time to move on. You're the only one holding yourself back, Gemini. That's what I'm hearing, okay? The World card speaks of lessons learned. Nothing more karmically in that stuck situation that you're in. But you have to be the change. You have to be the one to swing that sword and cut out the person, places, and things that are keeping you stuck, trapped, making you feel like you have to stay in timeout. Time is over. All right? You can come out of that corner now, Gemini, because the timeout is over. And be careful about being too picky. If there's something that is being gifted to you that is something that you don't normally do, someone that you wouldn't normally see, a change or a vibrational level that you normally wouldn't vibe on, okay? Some kind of a change that's being offered to the universe that's going to lead to more stability, prosperity on a long-term nature is being offered to you. Be careful that you don't overlook something because you think that it's not me. That person doesn't vibe, you know. I'm not used to dating that type of person. I'm not used to being in that type of a career. I'm not used to stepping out on that frequency level. Change is upon you, Gemini, and it could be a drastic change. It could be something that you normally wouldn't do, not a normal person you would see, not a normal vibe that you would vibe with. Change is on the wind, and it's going to be a totally different thing that's being gifted to you, so please don't overlook things because of a familiarity or being in a pattern of this is the type of person I see, this is the type of job I do, this is the thing, you know, this is what I vibe with on a frequency level. Well, when you want to evolve, when you want to ascend and you want something better, you have to take yourself off that same old, because that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, same people, same type of careers. If you want that change and if you want that spiritual evolution, do something different. Do somebody different. Be somebody different, all right? But you got to be the one to swing that sword, and you got to be the one to think, bring it back, you know, bring it back to the basics. Unless you're dealing with a Taurus, Leo, or a Leo. Okay, right? Because this old way of thinking and the old way of staying stuck, the five of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, you're done with that, Gemini. You're done with that. The World card means that you're done with that. You realize that you can't stay stuck in past energies, because if you want to change the present, if you want change for your present moments, if you want change for your future, you can't be stuck focused on the past. So in other words, I'm not thinking about the past anymore. I'm in the now. I'm in the now. What's going to make my life better now? Who's going to make my life better now? What can I do to make my life better now? What changes can I make based on everything that's happened to me? It was okay to be retrospecting. It was okay to dissect what was going on, but guess what? Now you got to focus on the present, because if you're so stuck in the past, you're not going anywhere, because you're not thinking about and focusing on all the beautiful moments you could be doing now, the beautiful things, places, persons, and things that you could be doing now, because you're so focused on the past. So Gemini, you're done with that, okay? You're stepping out of timeout, and you're focusing on you. You're going to put in the hard work and dedication. Okay, this is you focusing on mastering something new, mastering something that's going to be dedicated to you and your happiness and your higher purpose, okay? Focusing on putting in the work for you, because you're all about the Nine of Pentacles. You've been there. You're not afraid to prop yourself up. You don't need anybody to prop you up. This Nine of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, about being independent, not fearing the Reaper, not fearing making the change, not fearing stepping out in your strength, and making things happen. You don't need anybody. You don't need anybody to handhold you, Gemini. You can make an independent decision, because you got this. Is what I'm hearing. You got this. It's not as hard as you think. The hardest part is letting go. The hardest part is cutting it loose. That's the hardest part, is what Spirit Divine Guides is saying to me, okay? Because I have the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in the upright is when you take time to contemplate, plan your future steps, plan your actions. Well, it was in the reverse for you, Gemini. So you're planning, you've been planning and planning and planning. You've been trying to figure out a way out of a situation of evolution, of breaking free from something that's keeping you trapped. You've been making it harder than it has to be. You're overthinking it, is what I'm hearing, and you just need to cut it. You just need to bring it down to the basics and cut it out, and just don't fear the Reaper. Just, you know, that song "Don't Fear the Reaper" is always coming up to my head when the Spirit and Divine Guides tells me that the only thing that's holding you back is fear and the unknown. Well, you've been there before, Gemini. That Nine of Pentacles speaks to you are a very independent, stoic person. You don't need anybody to prop you up. You can take it on an adventure. You don't need anybody to hold your hand. And it's time to release yourself. It's time to make, you know, no more future planning. The planning time is over. No more time out. You've got the perspective you need, unless you're dealing with the Pisces, because what it's talking about is your total emotional fulfillment. What I feel, Gemini, is that you've been in a place, intuitively, I feel like you've been in a place in a relationship, career, spiritual evolution, where you feel like you are stuck, trapped, that there's no more momentum, that you're not, you have no more joy in it. It's just something that you repetitively are staying in because you fear change. But Gemini, your total emotional fulfillment, whether it's in love, career, spiritual evolution, your whole 360 is contingent on you deciding that you are going to face that fear head on and bring it back to the basics, have strength and determination and focus, because things are wanting to be given to you. The universe wants to give you that new, that joy, debris, that zest for life. Whatever it is that you are seeking in the month of October, Gemini, the universe wants to give it to you, but you've got to take yourself out of time out, stop planning, and just do it. Just do it, all right? Like the Nike commercial, because your 360 is waiting for you. The Six of Wands speaks about success. The Six of Wands is telling you, as your last card, that if you seize the moment and you embrace the fear and you swing that sword and cut out the toxic persons, places, and things that are holding you back, timeout's over, reflection's over, you got this. The Six of Wands speaks to success. People giving you accolades. Yay, you did it. You finally did what you needed to do. You broke off that relationship. You broke off that career. You stepped up in your spiritual evolution. We can see the glow. We can see we can see you vibing on a higher frequency level. Whatever this journey is for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, you will be successful. The whole thing about this message for you, Gemini, though, is will you embrace the fear and have the strength and determination? It could be with the assistance of a Taurus, Leo, or a Libra. But once you are determined to cut whatever it is holding you back from your success, from your evolution, from your better relationship, and also opening yourself up to new people, new places, new things. Don't think the same old way. You know, when the universe is bringing you that Four of Cups, don't think, oh, well, this person's not my type, or this job, well, you know, I've never done this job. I don't have any experience at this job. Whatever it is, it's new. Embrace the new, because the definition of insanity and being stuck in a resonation that where, you know, you don't feel like you're evoluting and you don't feel like you're gaining a new lesson in something, is that you're doing the same thing over and over. It gets routine, right? So embrace the change. It's coming to you, Gemini. If you want to it, just embrace it, seize it, and it's yours, okay? And it will be successful. I haven't met too many Geminis that have been unsuccessful. I have I have a lot of Gemini friends. I'm a Virgo, so I know all about this. But Geminis, you guys are one of the most, besides Leos, one of the most successful people, most intelligent people that I know. And you guys don't fear the fear. Most Geminis will go out there and make whatever happen and seize the moment. And I know that you in October are going to be seizing the moment, okay? Your message for affirmation to round up this reading for you, Gemini, is anticipation. Anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. This card speaks to your reading. Anticipate the butterflies, anticipate the newness, anticipate the adventure, because something wonderful is happening, changes in the air. Open yourself to the blessings on their way. All you got to do is cut out whatever's holding you back. Cut out that fear, bring it back to the basics. Don't overthink it. You've had plenty of time and time out to seek a different enlightenment or perspective. You've also had plenty of time to lay back and plan your future steps. Now it's all about the action, baby. It's all about taking it and doing it, all right? Much love to you, Gemini. Stay safe. Again, check my community page if you're interested in a free question. If you are a subscriber. If you're not, hey, subscribe. You can ask a question, okay? I'll put that on the community page. I hope every Gemini, all my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses are in a safe, abundant, prosperous place. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care.